3 by 4?
3 by 4.
3 by 4.
3 by 4.
3 by 4.
Hi guys, we are back.
after being lost.
Yeah, people have been traveling the world and because of OTT, we can't record. Well, everyone is not here.
Yeah.
But welcome back to 3 by 4. We have missed you guys and we hope you have missed us. And today, I'd like for us to talk about youth.
Who are
because
you?
the other day,
What's your name?
you don't know my name.
Mm-mm.
Just wait. You're about to find out. Well, the other day was International Youth Day. And this country is, we are always told that we are young people.
Are we?
Yes. I don't know that we are the future. Our president is 70. I don't know what.
Leave our president alone, please.
But yeah, so guys, let's talk about this youth thing. My name is Benjamin and...
My name is Ophelia.
And I'm David. Bugsy.
Yeah, my name is Biwol, also a young person.
But who is a young person, Vanange?
A youth. We are the youth.
Who is a youth?
Not to point any people out, but UNESCO defines youth as between 15 and 24.
That's mean. That's very mean. That's mean.
But also Uganda, because they say without prejudice to other states. So Uganda is, I think, 18 to 35.
That's generous. That's very,
I think
very
that's
generous.
fair enough because I remember 2 years back, there's a guy who was my age mate or even older, I think, and he was standing for youth MP. So that means our MPs are not anywhere close.
Did he win?
And since you're
Yes,
38,
he is, and even spoke in Parliament recently. And since
you're 38, you must have been 41 or
and
something.
I remember Bernard was a couple of classes ahead of me. So,
But you guys, the truth is, we are probably one of those shameless countries in the world. That where youth goes up to like 30. A 30-year-old person should not be.
This is according to who?
I think that they should redefine youth and stop at 30.
30.
Yeah.
I would think
We say
30,
18 to 30.
Personally, I think 30 is actually stretching it because I would agree with UNESCO. I think 24 is fair enough.
Yeah.
Because when you hit 25, you've experienced life. You've been through a number of heartbreaks. You probably made one or two women pregnant, right? And you've lost one or two jobs. You have a few loans, up your behind. So at that age, you're no longer qualified to be a youth. And where I come from, by the time I was 23, my parents had expectations because, you're a firstborn and what. Yeah, that was like 81 or something, like 1981.
During the war.
So to call me, a youth at 28, 29, 30, that's a bit too much.
Like with the things that you've done and accomplished.
Yeah, the things I've been through, that's too much. Because by the time I'm 35, what am I now? Like senile?
So should we
Or by
say
the time
like
I'm 40?
18 to 25?
but Bernard, I
want to go
disagree
24.
because when you're watching sports, they always say, that athlete has youthful energy. And most of the athletes
That's a
tend to burn out
phrase.
at 30, 31.
Listen,
So I think at 24, they're just getting started.
They're not telling the guy
They're getting
that
started.
athlete is a youth.
They
They are
say
saying he has youthful energy.
Yeah, exactly. No. But still, you have to keep that reference.
Which is why a 60-year-old can act like a child.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's a child. But we're not here to teach you English.
No, life is a cycle.
right?
Life is a cycle.
But
Yeah.
if you think about it, let me just give you a live example. So I have a friend who went to do his PhD, a Ugandan friend who went to do his PhD in the UK at 32.
32.
Ugandans
Okay.
were telling him that his Ugandan friends and relatives were telling him, why are you going to do your PhD at...
Yeah, and people say that all the time.
You're
You're
still young.
like such a young doctor of 32 years
Now.
old.
The shock of his life is that he's the oldest in his class.
Lol. At 32.
Yes, at
And
32.
back at home,
There
I
are
think he's young.
24-year-old, British and American kids in his class doing PhDs. Which means the problem here is that in everywhere else, people start early enough. For us here, life starts at about 24, 23 once you're done with university. Now, because of that, you have people staying in office much longer than they should.
Oh, yeah.
So in an ordinary country, you should not have a president that is that old. especially if they've been in power for that long.
But he has
Yeah.
a vision.
Okay.
Guys, let's focus
So
on
you
other
could say, oh, but Trump, but he's been a businessman. He has a track record of achievement elsewhere, which you don't have on this continent. So here, people prolong youthhood because there's nowhere for you. You need to belong somewhere.
Yeah.
And because the people who are occupying spaces just can't leave the spaces.
just
You
can't
have
leave.
people here who I was going to mention someone's name, but let me not. You have people here running youth leagues of political parties,
Yeah.
or running youth organizations,
And they're
when
40
they
and
really
whatever,
shouldn't. You have
yeah.
people winning awards and competitions
For young people.
for young
Wow, there
people,
is so
when in
much
fact
shade.
they
I
shouldn't.
know, right?
Yeah.
So much shade. But you see, Benji, and I agree with you, in that regard, that for us,
Okay, I'm done,
for
guys.
us as Ugandans, we've kind of pushed our thing a bit forward to accommodate all these quote unquote older people. But I would like to ask, isn't it on some level, helping us? Because, and I will say this again from experience, that when you're 18 and 19 and 20, there's not so much life you've experienced, yeah? You are I would say the epitome of youthfulness. But there's not much life you've experienced. There's not much you can bring to the table, yeah? Especially if you are Ugandan. And so you can't expect that person to be in a position of, profound authority or decision making because there's not much life they've experienced.
Yeah, but you see the problem there is that you are not allowing 18-year-olds, you're not giving them exposure, right? So the thing is that you're not giving them responsibility because you think that they are 18, so they are too young. So I think if we started giving them responsibility early, so that by the time you're 22, you can confidently write on your CV 8 years of experience.
Which I agree with.
You get it?
The worry with that is giving a 17, 18, 19-year-old responsibility. There's about 2 in 10 who will rise up to the challenge.
It didn't have to be a lot, right? It didn't have to be a lot of responsibility, but something to start. Because we all have to start from somewhere. Nobody was ever born knowing what they do now. So if you start early, then by the time you are, 25, then you are pretty.
Let me ask you a question. And Bugsy, because we had a conversation around this with Bugsy earlier, and he was insisting that when students leave campus, they should be equipped with skills and all this yap, which is fine. But walk to campus, any university, pick out the top 500 graduates and ask them how many of you are willing to take a course in bricklaying or carpentry or making chapatis or whatever. How many will say yes to that?
Maybe it's because of the settings we've come up from, where we've shunned a couple of things where we say you need to go for the white collar jobs, but things have quickly turned. In our times then, with the old people, we had the MDD being called Musilu Dala Dala, but now everyone,
that,
you have someone like Waiki Benda who is into telecom, now getting into the Musilu Dala Dala trend, yet you would never get rid of that.
So at what point is it going to be cool, or who is going to make it cool for you to get out of campus and forget those books and decide to go and dig dirt and dig your hand, and go do farming or look after pigs or do all this stuff? At what point is it going to be cool? Is it ever going to be cool anyway?
Yeah, it's going to be cool. We are working on it. So the World Economic Forum released a report, I think last year, or was it this year, in which they listed the top 10 skills that will be required for work by 2020.
By 2020.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, so all of these skills are like, negotiation, problem solving, critical thinking,
communication
those sorts
and
of
what-
skills. Yeah. Now, Uganda has the skills policy, BITVET. It emphasizes technical skills, things of hard grafting
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
You can do carpentry, what, that sort of skill. So clearly, we are doing that, and this is.
I think should have a different.
We are heading this side. We are training this side, and
Yeah.
the rest of the world is going the other side.
Exactly.
But that said, you have to also think about the fact that when young people find jobs, those skills like that, like what the World Economic Forum talks about, are things you can do anywhere. You don't have to. Paul here can teach himself how to type. But if he doesn't know how to bargain, or how to look for business, or how to maintain a client,
Then he's typing his.
Or how to negotiate.
how
for
to
salary,
negotiate,
or
or how to solve a client's problem, then he's going to have trouble doing business or finding a job, yeah? And that's why it's very important. So when people talk about, even in this country, when people talk about innovation, we make it sound like innovation is this big mega thing. You know, people are building rockets. You see people here lousing around with the cable cars and solar cars and that stuff. Innovation really, in the essence, is your ability to solve a problem, create a solution. That's it.
And that can be done anywhere.
Yes, that can be done anywhere if you have the right skill. So I feel that we need, to, like, if government is being slow,
which it is.
Yes. Like, let's just...
Since government is being slow.
Since government is being slow. Let's just get doing these things, yeah?
Yeah, but you see, Benji, I agree with you that, let's get doing these things. But you don't just, like Ophelia mentioned, you don't wake up and you know these things. You learn them from somewhere. And you can't learn them from somebody who also doesn't know them. You learn them from somebody who knows them. Chances are the person who knows them is an older person, right? And so I would like for us to kind of bridge that gap that we are very anxiously creating between the young people and the older people. This group hates the other group because the other group has stayed in too long. The other group hates this group because this group feels like they know it
but
all.
you see, the old people need to go. They need to go. That's the truth.
Know that.
They need to go. And they need to go now. We are tired
They
of
know
them.
that, yeah? If the worst comes to the worst, death takes them, right?
They know that.
But these are people who have kept the world together up until now.
Like, the problem
They've kept the world together.
The problem is this problem is that they think they're going to be. I think they have like some delusions about their youth. Maybe they have like a fountain of youth that they are drinking from. Because you see, eventually they will have to go. If not today, then tomorrow. Or the day after that.
Yes, then be patient.
In the meantime,
why do you want to push them out when they're still giving you ideas and still giving you all this?
I'm saying they must prepare for that exit.
Okay.
We can't just wait for them to die and then we have like a whole group of untrained people just there. So even if it means taking on an intern, right? Yeah. Take on an intern to just follow you around and, learn. Yeah, like I think that older people have to be deliberate about teaching younger people, not necessarily,
which is true, but you guys all know.
Way, but like you have to make space because you can't. For example, you can't possibly be an NGO head again, no shade. For 30 years. Like, what are you doing at this point? You get it?
Right.
Why aren't there young people in your organization who are like your deputies? Yeah. You're there with your fellow old people, talking to each other in your little, old boys club. Yeah, I don't think about, not making any effort at all to include them in those conversations. Yeah. Not making any effort at all to train somebody to take over from you. Then tomorrow you'll be like, I built that NGO from the ground up, but now see it has gone to the dogs. Yeah. What did you do for sustainability? Yeah. It's not true. It's not true.
No, I follow you, and I get you on that. But again, without necessarily invalidating what you're saying, I think this generation of young people is the most hard-headed generation. One, they don't want to learn. Exactly. And that's a bitter truth.
That's
It's true. It is. We don't want to learn. There's so many people who have this know-it-all attitude, which is fine because sometimes you know quite a lot, yeah. But and you see this online a lot. Everybody is an expert on this. Everybody is, an aficionado. Everybody is a consultant. And I mean, so if everybody is a consultant, who's coming to consult? We have to kind of be also deliberate as young people to want to learn.
No, I think that you are buying into the old people's propaganda against us. It's not true that young people don't want to learn.
Why are we saying them against us?
Those are the things they keep saying about us. They are lazy. They don't want to learn. That's not true.
If you have some people writing shorthand, GYM for time.
Right, and this is the person who is supposed to be the CEO of a company.
Nobody was born knowing how to do that. You get
after campus.
Have you engaged with Benjamin students at Boundless Minds? Do you know that those are the most open minds you will find? Those people are practically dying to learn.
Agreed.
I know another mentorship program for.
But there was 40 opened up an opportunity, and they had brought out people to mentor people. And how many turned up, Benjamin? Out of the people who said they would turn up, 6 out of 40?
No. They
6 out
this
of 40.
Should be fun. Get close to the microphone. This should be fun, please.
No, guys. So I feel that we have a problem.
Let's first answer
with young people.
He's going to answer.
Tell us, please. Because you deal with young people.
Everybody likes blaming young people.
Yes.
Yeah? And also sometimes I also see like we baby young people. Someone was telling me yesterday that people here don't have like emotional grit. Like your boss will come and clearly they told you to type this thing. You didn't type it. Your boss comes and finds that you didn't type the thing and quarrels. Then you start saying this man is hard. But why didn't you type the thing?
Precisely.
Yeah.
You know?
What's important is not whether or not I say that man is hard. What's important is whether or not I learn from that experience. You get
Okay,
you
you
can't take
agree.
our right to complain.
Not fine. Oh boy, do you complain?
We
Oh
are
my
allowed,
goodness, complaining
please.
is one of
What I
our
got learned
top
from you, you didn't
skills.
type it.
Complaining is one of our top skills. But Benji, please carry on.
Yeah. So I
Actually,
feel
the
that
motivation
sometimes we
have
make
the job.
excuses for young people. And say, oh, these young people, they haven't got it. But also sometimes we are just hard on them. Yeah, like these things you hear, oh, young people, they are lazy. There's what? When there's even no evidence.
To show that they're lazy, yeah.
Young people in your office are lazy.
That's your office.
Yeah,
No
that's
problem.
your office. Yeah? Or if you go to a restaurant, you've had this staff say, hey, Ugandan customer care service is very poor. When you've gone to one restaurant
Yeah, and-
and you've probably found the person there is sick.
Yeah.
Eh? They are underpaid.
Or yourself, you're
all
being
the
a
problems,
douchebag.
They are probably underpaid. eh?
Overworked.
They are overworked. So there are other factors that have
At-
to
at
do with,
play, yeah,
with
yeah.
the attitude that you got that day. Eh? Then you're there saying, oh my God, they are so lazy. They are so...
That's the customer service
no,
that
I'm
you
still
can
waiting
afford
for
with
my
your
answer.
budget. So
I'm still waiting for my answer, Benji.
About what?
What
The
happened
attitude
to-
that young people have towards,
From a 40,
because
40
you said
No,
they're
but-
open-minded and what.
Okay.
Six
So,
out of
no,
attitude.
no. Let me just. So, you have 80% of this economy informal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's not enough training for the kinds of things that we are even talking about. Yeah. So, what do you expect? Like, really, what do you expect? Look at Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah. He started Facebook at 23. But he had been experimenting
Yeah, for
with
quite a
things
while,
before
yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys honestly think that a Mark Zuckerberg could emerge from this country or any country in this region?
nothing.
Yeah.
I want to be positive and say yes.
Yes.
How?
Maybe in a
How,
different, maybe a
sis?
Mark Zuckerberg
When?
in agriculture.
When?
You know? In passion fruit growing.
When?
Somebody who has been growing passion fruit
When?
since they were 8.
Because you see,
I don't know, man. I'm just positive.
Unlikely.
I don't think Mark Zuckerberg fell
need
down
to
from
be-
the stars. He's a human being like you
the
and I.
thing that
Who
when
had
you talk-
access to computers?
Which
who
we
had
also-
access to
which
the
we
garage?
do.
Who had access to what Ivy League school? Where
Which
it was
we
like
do.
The biggest problem
We've
was
got
how do
kids
I
here,
text my friend?
You know, we've got kids
Really?
here who have grown up in these international schools, and they have gadgets, and they go to Jubileo SS, and they've been to good, and they've been to Makerere University. They've been to good schools, right? So they've been in the right kind of atmosphere. What explanation would you have for such a person turning up and becoming an absolutely useless human being? Which many of them turn out
Canadian
to be,
prairies.
You know,
That's
which,
what.
Which turn
Yeah,
out,
you
which
need-
all of them.
you need-
You're
turn out
giving
to
them
be.
a trash education and
Yeah.
expecting them to come out with a stellar
Oh,
performance.
okay, fine. And it's good you mentioned the trash education. Now we are getting somewhere. At least, we're
You need to be-
identifying where
for
the
you
problem
to-
is.
For you to succeed, you need to be in an environment that pushes you to succeed. Yeah. That creates, that enables.
And if the
success to
environment
happen.
doesn't, if I may
I-
ask, if the environment doesn't,
If
are
the
you going to
environment-
stay?
If the
you know?
environment doesn't,
Uh-huh.
it's very possible that you will not succeed. Or if you do, you'll be just one of the few who succeeds. And I feel that when we talk about this youth problem, we don't talk about the environment in which.
they
Yeah,
they
they're
operate and
expected
what.
to thrive.
But
Yeah.
you're taught by. You know, there's a report, yeah, that says people who go into teaching go there as a last resort. They are unmotivated, yeah. They are paid so little. They are overworked, yeah.
And these are the people you expect.
And you
to,
want them.
to
You know, let me tell you, I feel sorry for teachers. Eh?
look at you.
Anyway,
Yeah,
let's
it's
end
a hard
here.
job. It's a hard job, guys.
Yeah.
It's a hard job.
Let's say this youth problem is not going to end,
Anytime
especially
soon.
because even Uganda can't define who our youth is. But thank you for listening in. Share your thoughts on.
Yeah, the young people, are they the problem? Which I think they are. Or are they the solution?
But Bernard, you know what you want in this country.
What? What do I want? I'm one of the young people.
Earlier you said the young people. Anyway, okay.
What?
I think we shouldn't have discussed this. Every day some are youth, but
Turns
You
out
realize
you're
that
not.
you're so much older.
Turns out you're not. So anyway, yeah, my name is B Wall.
And I'm Bugsy.
And I'm Ophelia. Thank you for listening.
And this is Benjamin.
And we shall catch you next time. Follow by 3x4. Look at me. Yeah, growing old in this thing. Follow 3x4.
Don't you mean follow
on Twitter,
Millennials DN?
on Facebook, and the handle is @MillennialsDN. Follow the script.
Or better
right?
still,
Listen to me.
follow the
Millennials DN.
the 3 B's and O.
That too. Millennials DN on Facebook and Twitter. We shall catch you very soon. Stay young.
3x4?
3x4.
3x4.
3x4.